watch me as I chat to you guys and deliver this epic training. Cool, awesome, sure can, fantastic. All right, guys, so a massive big welcome. Let's get straight into it. I loved all of your shares in terms of what a massive global impact means to you and where you're at right now. So if you haven't been on a webinar before, they're really straightforward. You should be able to see me hanging out here in Bali. I don't have any slides today. I'm just planning to completely talk from the heart and deliver a whole massive amount of impact to you guys. Welcome, guys that are just jumping on. So you could be able to see and hear me. If you're just through the phone, you'll probably just be able to hear me, which is just perfect. Now, I really want you guys to play full out. So any questions that you have along the way, make sure you type them in. If you love something, make sure you give me a massive yes in capitals. You know, it really is an energy exchange, and you've got to imagine that, you know, I'm right in front of you delivering this training right now. So chances are most of you guys are holding your phones, and unless you're playing the webinar through your phone, I want you to throw your phone away, okay? Because I want you to really dive into this 110% and go really deep with this and challenge yourself through this next 45 minutes to an hour in terms of how can you show up a little bit bigger? How can you create more impact in the world? How can you play an even bigger game than what you're playing right now, okay? So give me a yes if that all sounds good and if that sounds exciting so far. And a huge welcome if we haven't connected before. Fantastic. A hell yes, a yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Sounds great. Perfect. Awesome. So for those of you who don't know me, you may have randomly found me through the internet or some friend has dragged you on here. My name is Regan Hillyer, and I'm really grateful to live an amazing location-free lifestyle, really focused around impact. And I'm going to be giving you guys a good, 45 minutes of solid content today. And then at the end, I've got an amazing announcement, which I am just so excited to share with you guys that are here on the line or listening to this recording straight after. And I'm going to give you an opportunity actually in a way that you can massively accelerate your results and your impact, and an opportunity to actually step up and create some global impact with me right now today, which is really exciting. Awesome, Lisa. Cool, great to have you guys on the line. Okay, so it's going to be hard and fast. If I'm going too fast, make sure you type in and be like, Regan, slow down. I missed that. Or if you have any questions, just make sure you type them through. Any of your questions will be answered on this training. So you can literally ask me anything that you desire. So, guys, my intention over this training is to really share some of my beliefs and strategies around how you can personally increase your impact. I'm going to share my story around that, especially around how I've chosen to up-level my impact over the years, but, especially in the last couple of months, right? Awesome. Cool. Hey, Danny, welcome to the line. Great to have you on. And again, guys, I'm going to share something really cool at the end, which will give you an opportunity to massively up-level your global impact with a lot of ease, right? So I want to hear from you guys right now to get a better feel for who's here, because there are lots of names that I recognize, but also a stack. There's so many people on the line, a stack of people that I don't recognize, which is really cool, and a big welcome if you are brand new to the community. So give me a yes if you're focused already on creating an impact in your own life. If you're someone that is focused on your own goals and your own dreams and your desires, and really, making positive changes in your life and constantly doing the internal and external work to actually make that happen. Awesome. Yes, 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 totally each day. Hell yeah, absolutely. Time for a big change. Yes, every single day. Okay, that is awesome, because that is really the first place you need to start. And I'm going to go through this, but I'm a little bit concerned if some of you didn't type in yes, that you're actually looking to better your own life every damn day, to quote Jackie who's on the line. Put my foot down this year, rebuilding, doing the work, impacting my own life, have started impacting others. I love that. Well, that was my next question, Lisa. So who here believes that currently they have a focus on impacting the lives of others? So, and by this I mean directly people you know. So it might be the lives of your family members, it might be the lives of your wider community, it might be the lives of your clients, for example. Who here has a focus around not only yourself, but with others as well? Awesome, yes, yes, yes. Learning hard and quick, getting better and better every day. Cool. Yep, Bianca, I can see your comments. That's perfect. Yeah, you're on it, Lisa. Definitely, absolutely, yes. Hopefully my children and with my clients. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Melissa. Late for the party, but here nonetheless. It's great to have you on. Absolutely. Great. A big welcome to everyone else that's jumping on the line right now. So, My next question is, who here actually has a focus on creating a large amount of global impact? And it's okay if you're not doing this right now, but I want a yes from you guys if that's something actually that you're either doing or you would like to be doing. If you really get that together we can create a whole lot more impact by actually joining forces and really doing some good in this world. Awesome. Nice, Paul. You've already started doing stuff, impacting people in the street with a hello and a smile. Hell freaking yes, absolutely. Tanya, I can see your answers. Yes, only I can see the answers, guys, not everyone else. 1,000 times, not so much right now, but what I do is replicable globally. Nice, absolutely. That's a good start. The only way is global. Of course, global, massively yes. Global launching. Awesome. It's amazing how your business focus changes when you think about not just having an impact, having an impact, not just selling a service. Absolutely. That's exactly right. And that's something that we're definitely going to touch on today. Okay. All right. Well, I'm super wrapped with everyone we have on the line. I feel like the caliber of the people on this call is like out of freaking control. I feel like you're all 1%ers. I feel like you're all super committed. You're all super high energy. And I'm really, really, really excited that it's you guys that I get to share my exciting news with. Okay, so in terms of me, right, if you don't know me, if you don't follow me, if you don't like stalk me on Facebook all the time, I'm in a position right now where I'm really focused on creating a massive global impact. Now, I haven't necessarily unleashed this to the world right now, and that is what this training is about. And like I said, I'm going to share all the details at the end for you guys. But I want you to know that, it wasn't always that way for me. Here's the thing. When I was younger, I knew that I was here to make a really big impact. I knew, it's like I had this burning desire within me that I not only wanted to make millions, but impact millions and raise millions. And I just didn't know how. It's like I didn't know where to start, but all I knew was that was within me. Just give me a yes if you feel like that's you, by the way. If you were kind of born this way, or even if you've grown into this and you know that deep down you're here to do really big things. You're here to play on a global scale. You're not here to play small. You're not here just to impact your community or your country, but you know that you need to be recognized by doing incredible things on a global scale. Oh my gosh, there's lots of you. I'm not surprised. That's awesome. So cool how I've been feeling since I was young. Absolutely. And that's the thing, guys. I truly believe that right? It crept up and hit me one day. Absolutely. Definitely. Times 2 gazillion times, Jackie. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. I was born to impact people. I believe that's me once I stop holding myself back. Right. Absolutely. So here's the thing. Even though I knew that, even though I had that burning desire, I used to tell myself kind of stories in my own head. Things like, I'm not ready to create a global impact, or it must be really hard, or I have to have loads and loads of money, or my life has to be, completely perfect first, right? I used to tell myself all of these things, which actually held me back in more ways than one, okay? Absolutely, I want it now. I'm born for it. Been self-sabotaging, time to stop. Oh my gosh, you blogged about this today. Nice, Lisa. I have to read that. That's awesome. And so here's the thing. When I was telling myself all these stories, I found that I got really stuck in scarcity, this mindset of lack. It wasn't a mindset of abundance. It wasn't a mindset of greatness. And here's what's interesting is that it really flowed through all areas of my life. So I'm talking about impact right now, but it wasn't just showing up around impact. It was showing up in my business. It was showing up in my money, my relationship, my self-care, like all of it, right? And I had this really amazing mentor that I worked with years and years and years back. And I remember I was taking my own struggles to him, saying, look, why aren't I making the money that I want? Why isn't my business growing like I want? Why don't I have the relationship that I want? And he looked me in the eye and he said to me, well, Regan, how much are you giving and how much are you contributing in this world? And I thought about it and I was like, well, I've got some clients and, I spend time with my family. And then it kind of hit me that it wasn't on a really big scale. And he said to me this, he said, Regan, in order to actually receive more, you need to give more. And I think at that moment I absorbed the words, but I didn't actually get it until I got into action. Okay, so what I did is I started giving, right? Even on a really, really small scale, a scale that I could basically manage, right? A scale that didn't completely freak me out. Because remember, I was telling myself all these stories of, oh, I need to have like so much money in order to actually contribute to something, to make a difference, right? So I stopped telling myself these stories that it was hard or that I couldn't or that I didn't have the money. And the minute that I actually started focusing more on impact and on contribution, I noticed more goodness flowing into my life, right? And it felt good giving, right? Give me a yes if you've given some sort of time or money or something before and shifted your impact and your contribution, and you feel it. It's like you get this feeling of greatness. You feel more empowered. You feel good when you realize that you're actually contributing to something so much bigger than yourself, right? Definitely the core of what I do. Impact and change is not only me and others around me, but the globe, Facebook community is about. Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. Totally. Okay. So guys, my focus over the last couple of months has been on massively up-leveling. Now, I'm talking every area of my life, literally my whole life, my business, my lifestyle, but especially as well the impact that I'm having on a global scale. Why, you might ask? Well, simply because I chose that it's time to play a bit of a bigger game, right? So who else here knows deep down within that they're actually ready to play a bigger game right now? Who else knows that they're ready to impact more, to give more, to contribute more on a level that's actually going to push them to grow and expand? Yes. Awesome. It gives me massive energy to help people and give my time. Absolutely. Yesterday, I donated some money and seriously experienced amazing kindness from strangers around me. It's so crazy, Jackie, like energetically what actually happens when you tap into this zone. I'm so ready. Definitely right now. Awesome. It's so cool. So again, I'm going to leave the exciting news about what I'm doing to the end, right? But first, I want to jump into a little bit more, I guess, training with you guys and run you through 3 levels of impact that I've really shifted through over the years, which, to be honest, took me years to shift through. So I'm going to teach that to you guys, which obviously means that you guys can shortcut the process. So you don't have to go through all of the ups and downs and the struggles and the figuring outs and the mindset stuff. So you can actually just shortcut it and jump into the level of impact that you choose right now. Okay. So before I get into that, awesome, so ready, let's go. So before I get into that, here's what I want you to know. Number 1, and you should write this down if you don't already, like literally not just know this, but breathe this and think this and live this every single day. Okay, whatever we give is going to flow back to you in abundance, right? And I know it's like, oh, you know, the more you give, the more you receive. But no, seriously, do you get that? Like, I'm talking in every way. I'm talking abundance. It's just so expansive that when you actually start living from that space, crazy shit happens in your life, right? So just know that and start owning that. Whatever you give, it's going to flow back to you in massive, massive, massive abundance. Yes, because I started living as one of the 1%. Epic shit changed for me. Absolutely. And that's the thing, guys. On this call, to be honest, I'm talking to the 1%. I'm talking to the high achievers. I'm talking to the people who know that they were born to impact this world on a global scale. And not everyone's going to get it. And I'm going to run through that at the end. And that's cool. But I'm directly talking to the people who know. Okay? So next thing I need you to know, right? The bigger that you actually push your impact to be, the more you expand your own mindset and the more people you're going to help and the more you're actually going to grow and expand individually, okay? So many people get caught in this mindset of, well, once I have this or that, then I'll start contributing more. And it's kind of like, it's all backwards. It's the same thing of people that are like, oh, you know, once I have the money, then I'll hire the coach and the mentor that I want. Well, no, hang on. You need the coach and the mentor to create the money. Or, you know, once I've got the great body, then I'll go to the gym and get a PT. Well, no, hang on. You need to go to the gym and get a PT to get the good body. Everyone's got it backwards, right? So you actually need to contribute and give more first so that you can push your mindset and expand and become that person. And again, everyone has it backwards. So work at flipping that, okay? Awesome, Lisa. You now live it. Absolutely, it's so true. Okay, next thing I need you guys to know, and this is massive when you're looking to up your impact and your contribution. Money is just energy, right? And we all have the capacity to give some of that energy to create space in our life for more to be received. okay? Now, this is like, it sounds so simple, but seriously, so many people don't get this. Sometimes you need to give a little bit in order to free up the space to actually receive more in your life. Now, that stands with money, that stands with time, and all of that flows into impact, okay? Give me a yes if this is making massive sense to you, if you're maybe having some breakthroughs and some light bulb moments around how you can start increasing your income. Bianca, it took 12 months of you driving this into me to actually get it. And that's the thing, it takes time, but this is the whole point of doing this training. I really want to shortcut this process for as many people as possible. Makes so much sense. This is something I'm working on right now. Big takeaway from Bali Mastermind. Absolutely. That works I spent on coaches with no money, now it's flowing in. Right, you get it. It's how it works every single time. So many people get paralyzed in fear and think it needs to happen before they do it. No, you need to become it and go do it first, and then it will show up, right? Of course, all energy. Got it. Awesome, Tanya. Cool. So, in terms of the 3 levels of impact that I want to run you guys through, the first level of impact is really impacting yourself, right? And you might think, yeah, cool, I know how to do this, I know how to impact my own life and my own lifestyle, but I want to go a step deeper on that with you guys, because again, I feel like we have 1%ers on the line. I feel like we have people who are serious about making a massive global impact and stepping up in a huge way. So I would challenge you right now to ask yourself, well, how can you impact your own mindset on an even deeper level than what you're doing right now? So here are some things that I do daily in terms of pushing my own mindset, in terms of pushing the levels of impact and contribution, because I know that I have to start with myself, right? If I don't become the person that steps into becoming someone that impacts on a global level, then I'm never going to impact on a global level. I'm not just going to wake up one day and be like, oh, look at all this like global impact I've created. Like, where did that come from? Like, it has to come from you, right? And you have to step into becoming the person who creates that. So you should be writing this down, by the way, because this is like hardcore epic mindset shit. So firstly, you need to get clear, okay? You need to get extremely clear on what is impact to you, right? What is impact to you? And what are you actually doing right now in terms of impacting yourself and the wider community and even globally impacting people? Because here's the thing, if you don't have an awareness of actually where you're at, you're never going to shift to where you want to be, right? So you need to get totally clear on where you're at. And then what I'd be doing is getting clear on where you want to be, right? What does that look like? Like, what does impacting on a massive global scale and contributing and being that person that wakes up knowing that they're contributing to something bigger than themselves, what does that feel like, right? What does that look like in total detail, right? What do you think about yourself daily when you become that person? What are you focusing on? What are your goals? Like, you need to get totally clear on all this stuff, right? And then once you've figured out, where you are and then where you want to be, you need to look at, well, what are the blocks and limits holding you back? And I ask myself literally daily, what is holding me back from fully stepping into massive impact right now? Because it's all very well to be a dreamer. It's all very well to go, I'm going to impact on a global scale and here's how it's going to be and I'm going to impact millions of lives. But here's the thing. If you didn't have any blocks or limits, then you'd already be doing that, right? You'd already be living that. So obviously, if that's not the reality right now, there's something in your mindset that's holding you back. So you need to get clear on that. You need to get clear on what are these blocks? Like, what's stopping you from fully stepping into that identity? What's stopping you from quitting the bullshit stories in your head? What's stopping you from actually realizing that the more you contribute, the more is going to flow back to you in abundance? Like, what is that stuff? And get clear on it and then release it. So one way I do it is literally by writing it all out, like at least 50 things that are stopping me right now, and I'll write it on the computer and then I'll delete it, right? And it sounds so silly, but that's a way for me to release it. It's like, okay, it's processed, it's all out, and now ciao. Like, goodbye. You have no place in my mindset and in my reality anymore. Me, can you burn them? I love it. Bullshit stories in your head. Right, absolutely. This is what I've been doing, feeling like I need to be perfect before I can help people. Tanya, I totally get where you're coming from and how you feel. I felt like that for ages. I felt like my life had to be perfect before I could make an impact. And it's like, again, you have to like get started and become that person first, right? So I would be then asking yourself, right, in your mindset work around impacting yourself initially, again, who do you need to become in order to be the person that actually impacts more, right? Who do you need to become? What kind of person? How do they think? How do they walk? How do they talk? What decisions do they make? How do they hold themselves? What do they focus on? What things do they do? What books do they read? What mentors do they have? What communities are they in? Like, you need to be very clear on this, because if you are not clear on that, then again, you're never going to become that person and you're never going to create it, right? It's so simple, but so many people miss this stuff. And this is the things that I do daily in order to push my impact, okay? Awesome. You get your clients to burn their limiting things too. I love it. Same here. You thought you had to be perfect. Great point. Awesome. I'm with Tanya, thinking I have to be living my dream life to show others that they can do the same. Yes, it's a great limiting story. I have a girlfriend who does the same thing. She puts on her sparkly evening dress and holds a ceremonial burning ceremony. I love it. All of you guys burning all your stuff. It's so cool. I might have to do that. My major roadblock was that who would listen to me, who would follow me, as I was thinking I was a nobody, right? I've totally thrown that overboard. I am a somebody who helps others, and I am. And I absolutely believe you, Lisa. Even from you writing that, it's like I can feel your conviction and your courage around that. So well done for working on that and shifting to that level. Okay. Now, in terms of, again, more mindset work for you guys to do, I hope you're writing this stuff down. I would be focusing on, what do you believe about giving, right? What beliefs do you have? Do you believe that, giving is only things that the rich people do? Or do you believe that it's bad to give, or that you have to, again, be perfect or sorted before you give? So get clear on that stuff and release anything that's not serving you. What do you believe about money? Because again, if your beliefs around money is that, oh, there's not enough and I don't have enough to be safe and secure and sorted and happy, then of course you're not going to be able to impact and contribute, because you're going to be so stuck in scarcity that you'll just be focused on yourself, right? And again, what do you believe about contribution? Really, deep down, like, what do you believe about it? Do you believe it's something that's out of reach? Do you believe that you're not the person that can globally impact, although you're saying that you want to be? Like, what do you actually believe deep down about all of this stuff? Now, beliefs are just thoughts that we've told ourselves over and over and over again, and it's as simple as realizing them and then releasing them and choosing to believe and think something different, okay? So give me a yes if this stuff's making sense, guys. I wish that I'd worked on this years ago. I mean, I guess I started working on it years ago, but I wish I'd just known it sooner, right? So I'm basically helping you guys just shortcut this so you can jump straight into increasing your impact, like literally today, if you take action on this. Perfect sense. Amazing. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Love this. Wish I did this earlier too. Absolutely. Open some huge craters in your mind. That's awesome, Ruth. Okay. All right, so we've talked about impacting you, right? And the first step being around impacting your own mindset. Now let's shift this focus about impacting them. And what I mean by this is, once you actually up-level your ability to impact your own mindset, then that's when you have the capacity to inspire others to do the same, right? And it's literally a choice, and knowing that wherever you're at, you have the ability to impact other people. I have so many people who tell me the story of going, well, again, I'm not quite at my B point, or I haven't achieved all my goals, or, I don't know if I'm an authority to actually create an impact right now, because who's going to take me seriously, right? And here's the thing, what you think and what you believe is what's going to come true ultimately. So if you're saying that stuff to yourself, then yeah, well done, have a medal, like that's what you're going to get, right? Or you choose to say, you know what? I'm a powerful global creator. I am a person that creates change on a massive freaking global scale. I have the ability to hugely up-level my mindset when it comes to impact, and then I choose to impact other people because that's what I'm about. And guys, all of that is just a choice, right? It really is. Let me check in on these comments. How many beliefs do we have? Oh my gosh, Paul, so many. I mean, so many. Like, it really varies from person to person, but you have good beliefs, you have disempowering beliefs. They're just thoughts, so you have a lot. Knowing is not enough, but freaking making the shift by placing myself in that environment mentally to get there. Absolutely. I need to know where to draw the line at giving. For example, how many coaching packages I discount for free as opposed to paying clients. Am I giving in the wrong area? Yeah, it sounds like, Bianca, if you're just giving and giving and giving for free, that sounds like almost like your own money stuff you need to sort out and get into alignment with your prices. I was told by one of my former bosses that I act like I was on a handbrake sometimes. I need to find out what is holding me back. Absolutely. And that's a mindset thing. And guys, if you're someone where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just realizing I need to work on my own mindset, then you should head over to the Success Hub. If you go to reganhillyer.com/Success Hub, you can get all of my mindset coaching there, right? That's like weekly training. It's $1,000 worth of training for only a few dollars each month, right? So you can go and look at that and actually start doing the work on that in a way where I support you through it, okay? I need to make the choice and stop giving and burning myself out. Absolutely. Perfect. Okay, so guys, around step number 2, when you're focused on impacting others, impacting them, right? I would ask you, where is your impact currently around your family? How much are you creating in order to impact your family and the people that you care about? Where is your impact currently if you're in a relationship with your partner? What about your community? How are you impacting your wider community? What about your clients, right? And here's the thing, it's getting clear on all of this stuff, and then again, setting some hard and fast goals and intentions about how do you actually want to crank that up, right? All of this is choices. You need to own your own values and then work on stepping into your power. Absolutely, right? It's all mindset, it's all choices. And here's the thing, there's no golden medal where it's like, oh, now you're someone who can impact others. Like, well done. It's literally a choice. It's like I made the choice years and years and years ago that I just wanted to focus on impacting others around that, at that level, around clients, around community, knowing that, it's all going to flow back to me, but it's really enjoyable at the same time. So if you're someone sitting there going, man, I think I should maybe up my impact in that area, then do it, right? Literally, make a choice, start aligning for it, and start making it happen, okay? Give me a yes if this is making sense. Cool. Yes, absolutely. Love it, pumped up, excited to impact more. Tell us about the next one, okay? Awesome. Total sense. Everyone's writing in capitals. My heart is pumping. Does anyone want to hear my news at the end of this webinar? I'll tell you at the end. Okay. No more playing small. It's time to impact more and global. Okay. All right, perfect. So let's talk about having a global impact, because once again, guys, this is a choice and this is a mindset, right? So here's the thing. By doing the work on your own mindset and impacting others, you'll know if you were born to impact at a higher scale, because I want to be completely real with you guys. Some people aren't born for it. Some people are content sitting there just impacting their own life. Honestly, I mean, I know this sounds like mean or harsh or something, but let's give you guys some truths. Potentially not everyone on this call is born for global impact. Some people just aren't. They're just not cut out for it, right? And here's the thing. This is not about how much money you have. This is about your intention, your mindset, and your commitment, right? Because here's what I know for sure, okay? People who know that they're in the 1%, they know, right? They get it, right? They've got a burning desire to impact more. They've got a burning desire to give more. They've got a burning desire to play a massive freaking game on a global scale through all areas of their life. And they get that they can't just up-level their own lifestyle or up-level with their client work. They can't just up-level their money or their health and their relationship and leave the impact to the side. They get that it's holistic, right? They get that, here's the thing, it's all interlinked, and giving and contribution is a part of that. And they understand that if that gets out of whack, everything else is going to get out of whack and it's not going to grow as fast, right? So here's the thing, they understand that, but they have this burning desire to be more and to have more, right? So again, it's not just about their clients, people that are impacting or want to impact on a global level. It's not just about their message, it's not just about their money, but it is about their impact as well, right? It's like they know that they're ready to step into being a global leader, a leader of change, right? Leaders who know that they were born to change the world on a global scale. I need to take a breath. Type in a yes if you know that this is you. Exactly what I need as usual, absolutely. Time to crank it up, I love this. Right, awesome. The shifts that I've had in the last few months with you opened my mind to the global vision I have for my life. It gets my heart pumping. Absolutely, for sure. Yes, you know you're in the 1%. Yes. Okay. The people that are playing on a global scale get it. Yes, I was born for the 1%. Right. And here's the thing, guys. It's not like, oh, am I in the 1%? Am I making enough money? Am I cool enough? It's not about that. It's about a decision, and it's about this burning desire, knowing that you're actually born for it. Right. Bianca says, I am born for global impact. And here's the thing. Like I said, some people aren't. Some people are not going to get it. Some people are like, I'm just happy hanging out at home watching TV. And that's totally cool. But I'm not talking to those people, right? I'm talking to the people that are either doing it or want to do it. I'm talking to the people that are ready to play a bigger game. I'm talking to the 1%. I'm talking to the people with the burning desire. I'm talking to the people that are actually ready to step into being global leaders of change, the people that were born to change the world on a global scale, okay? Jackie, I am impacting but not content in my impact, of course, because a global leader is never content with their impact. I absolutely love my life, no doubt about it. I know I can do so much more to create a greater impact. I can change the lives of others around me. That power is within me. I've known this for as long as I can remember. I feed my soul when I help other people. I see their own greatness. I am ready. I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm so much more than what I am now, that's for sure. Awesome, Melissa. Totally. And here's the thing. You guys get it, right? All of you guys typing in like yeses and capitals right now. And it's actually a big chunk of you, by the way, that are live on this call. And I'm sure if you're listening to the recording, you're like looking for somewhere to type yes, right? Every morning, Lisa, I wake up with so much energy to jump in and help someone else find a greater inner energy. This life makes me breathe. I love that. I love that. It's so cool. I'm so honored to have such incredible, incredible people actually on the line, okay? So the golden question, who wants to know what I'm doing in order to increase my impact on a global scale, right? Would you like to know? Should I tell you later? Okay, yes, me, capitals, exclamation marks. I would like to know, please. So nicely asked, Anita. Now, some of you are so polite. Some of you are so demanding. Come on, share it. Busting to know. Tell us now. Okay, firstly, I want to make sure, do you guys feel like you've learned something so far? Do you feel like you've pushed your mindset a little bit? Do you feel fired up to make an impact? Do you feel like you're in a space where you've actually realized that maybe you should be playing at a higher game and a higher level? Just give me a yes if I've done my job there. Okay, absolutely what I needed. Absolutely. Awesome. You've got no idea. Absolutely. Please share it. Every time I listen to you, Regan, I feel like a massive weight has been lifted. It's time to up level. Absolutely, Kelly. Right on, totally know it. I feel I have confirmation of my truth as to the 1%. Epic, Tanya. Okay, so, oh my gosh, so many comments. Every time I listen to you, I learn something new. That's so cool. Talking my language. I'm glad you got on the call, Luana. That's awesome. Minutes in the training, I was fired up, ready to go. Okay, all right. Here's what I need you guys to know. Everything I do is driven by impact. Literally everything, right? So, I've massively chosen to increase the impact that I create globally. And one of the things that I'm really, really freaking passionate about, if you guys haven't got that already from even me holding this webinar, is education, okay? So I believe personally that everyone should have access to quality education, regardless of their race, regardless of their country, regardless of their social circumstances, right? Yes, I have huge abstract right juice and this is what I need to level it up. Awesome. Awesome. So here's the thing. That's what I believe. But, sadly, guys, not everyone has that, right? So here's the big announcement. What I am doing, guys, is I am focusing on building schools in less fortunate areas around the world, okay? Now, this includes places like India, East Africa, Ecuador, amongst others. There's going to be a lot of schools built over the last 12 months, and I've obviously set some really big goals around it, right? I am going to have a minimum of 10 schools built in the next 12 months, okay? And the money, by the way, for 2 schools, it will be raised by the end of this month, which is June. Education is so important. Absolutely. Goosebumps. I love you more. You guys are amazing. This is what I'm stepping into, my homeland of Africa. I love it. We have a project going on like this too, absolutely. Living in South Africa, I see this on a daily basis. No education, right? This is incredible news. You'll change the lives of so many children and their own children and their children, right? And that's what it's all about, guys. It's about creating a legacy and, again, shifting from that space of, okay, well, I'm going to create my own legacy to part of my legacy is helping other people create a legacy to create a legacy for their children and actually be that person that starts creating that change and kind of shifts that wave a little bit so the ripple effect changes direction. Excited for this. Awesome. This is the real stuff. Blown away. Global impact on the next generation. I'm going to volunteer my services to high school students. I love that. I love that. Okay, so here's the thing. What I want you guys to know. I always contribute a portion of my income to philanthropic work every month, right? So I was just going to do this quietly and you know, contribute some money and build a couple of schools, right? Until someone on my team actually called me out on that, and they were like, Regan, you're kind of taking the easy way out. Like, you could be playing such a bigger game than this, right? You could be doing it a completely different way, and you could create a much bigger impact if you actually join forces with other people who know that they're in the 1% and that are also ready to contribute and make an impact on a massive global scale. And I was kind of like, oh, that's a valid point. And I noticed I guess the hiccup in my own mindset of taking the easy way and going, oh, it's just easy for me to continue to allocate some money here and there and, you know, do my thing and feel good about it. And then I was like, hang on, you know, I can be using my gifts for this. I can be using my impact for this. I can be connecting with 1%ers. And it's so much more freaking fun to do this with other people. Everyone's like, how can I help? Oh my gosh, you can't do that quietly. Oh, you're crying. Right. It's happening through the 1%ers, right? So here's the thing. For those of you who get this, for those of you who want to play, for those of you who want to partner with me and together create a much, much, much bigger impact on a global scale, here's how it's going to work. And by the way, it's super freaking cool. So each school, it costs $10,000 for the school to be built. Now, when that happens, the school is actually estimated to last over 20 years, and in the process, it will educate over 1,000 children, okay? So $10,000 goes a long way. It literally impacts over 1,000 children, which are going to have access to education that they just wouldn't have had before, which I just believe is huge, right? So here's how it is working, and I thought it was so cool when I actually saw how this is breaking down. So in order to fund a school, what we need 33 people. We need 33 1%ers, each donating, get ready for this, $3.33 a day, right? Which is less than a glass of coffee for 3 months, right? And then the school is done. Give me a yes if you think that's freaking cool, right? 33 people, $3.33 a day for 3 months, and we have educated over 1,000 children. Like, that blows my freaking mind. Everyone, regardless of what they're doing in their life right now, has $3.33 a day. Like, it almost seems bad to drink the coffee now when you're like, oh my gosh, I could be doing that for 3 months every day and the school is done, right? It's so freaking cool. It's epic. It is so cool. I know. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. It's because you're all 1%ers. You get it. So here's the thing. I know there's a lot of people on this call who are committed to playing at a massive level, and I know there's a lot of people who will be ready to step up and jump into this global impact and probably contribute more than $3.33 a day like I did, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to give me a yes if you're in. Give me a yes if you get this, if you're ready to step up and create a global game when it comes to your impact. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to send a link out. A link which is going to go out to everyone. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you that are like, yes, all in. Can you just type in got it if you can actually see the link? So I've just sent the link out. Awesome. So guys, all you need to do is click on the link. It's so simple. Awesome, got it. Love this. You've all got it. So go to the homepage and you hit donate, and you can choose $3.33 a day over 3 months, and it bills you monthly, or you can choose to do like a lump sum amount if you want to do it all at once, or if you want to do a larger amount, obviously, right? Now here's the cool thing. You get emailed about the community with photos of everything being built, with videos, with stories, so you can share this with others about the impact that you've created. I just want you to think right now in your own families, in your own communities, what's it going to be like when people see you stepping up and making this change? When you post on your Facebook and say, oh my gosh, I just jumped on this training and here's what I committed to and here's the change we're going to create together. I just contributed to over 1,000 children being educated, right? Like, it's absolutely crazy. So even by doing this and sharing this, you guys are going to create so much impact. Awesome, goosebumps, it makes you so happy, it's so cool. Now here's the cool thing, obviously, because you get emailed all the details about the school, you can go and visit your school if you want. So this is one of the cool things, and especially because you guys are going to be amongst the first people, obviously, to actually do this, there are going to be visits to the schools, right, which you can come on, where you can actually meet the children, where you can see your name there and actually see what you're contributing to, which is so cool. So a few things to know, because obviously we're going to do a lot of schools in a lot of different places, and it was like, oh, where do I start? What do I choose? And guys, for me, I chose India, and obviously every single place that was an option is extremely deserving, and the goal is to have a school everywhere basically and all the options. But for me, I chose India because as a child, my dad did a lot of work in India, and he would go over and spend time working in hotels there, and he would come home, and I remember he'd say, you know, India's so sad. And I said, like, what do you mean, Dad? And he's like, you know, there's these people and they're in these high-rise apartments, and then you look out of the hotels and you see these kids and they're playing in the street and they're working, and they're only 4 or 6 or 3, and they should be in school, but they're not in school. And I remember he kept saying to me from such a young age, you know, you're so lucky you go to school. You're so lucky you live this life. Like, it is not like this for everyone. And, you know, I guess, got this graphic picture, especially of India. And I know it's the same in all these countries, by the way, guys, but I got this, you know, yeah, really emotional connection at a young age to that. So the minute I saw this, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna start there, right? So things to know as well, right, guys? The schools use all local materials, and the education has a holistic approach, which is, again, there's a lot of different ways I could have gone with this, but I've really looked into this to make sure it's going to resonate with myself, obviously, and the 1%ers in my audience at the same time. So they teach kids about everything basic school-wise that they need, but also about finances, about gender equality, how to make empowering life decisions. Like, it's really seriously cool what they're doing with them. So I believe that with everyone on this line and everyone who's listening to the recording the next day or so, I believe that together we can get 2 schools built by the end of the week. What do you guys think? Awesome. So the first one's set up in India, Tanya. So the first group of 1%ers will literally, yeah, everyone's like, easily, yes, let's do this. So here's the cool thing, is that you guys on the line, you guys will be like the founding people, the first part of this movement. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of schools, but you guys are going to be the first. Now, obviously, for everyone that contributes for the first 2 schools that are going to get done, I'm going to do a really cool feature on Regan Hillyer TV as well, and we're actually filming for it right now as we speak. So half of your names have already been mentioned on there. But I'm going to sit down and do a feature around this, and obviously mention and personally thank everyone that contributes, which is super cool, because I really appreciate you guys. And it shows me that you are the 1% and that you're stepping into massive global change, even if it's just the $3.33 a day. Like, that is huge. You are really, really contributing and part of something absolutely big. Awesome. Oh my gosh, Tanya, my parents live in India and my name is Indian. I love that. Absolutely. Yeah, perfect. Awesome, you're in LA. This is so exciting, guys. So, guys, what I want you to do is I obviously want you to go through, if you're in, if this resonates with you, if you know you're a 1%er, if you're like, I'm totally ready to step up my impact game, just get on it, do it. It's so simple. If you have questions, of course, you can PM me and ask. But make sure as well that you celebrate this, because look, regardless of how much you're donating, it's not really about that. It's about the fact that you guys are up-leveling your impact and doing this. So I really encourage you to share it, right? Post about it on your Facebook. Tag me into it. Share with the world what you're doing, because you're going to inspire so many people by becoming that person and actually, you know, taking the action towards this to actually do the same. And imagine the ripple effect that's going to go on when, you know, everyone that's contributed to these 2 schools all of a sudden start talking about it, and then everyone else wants to know about it. So I encourage you to share the link and, you know, tell everyone what you're doing, and let's get these 2 schools funded by the end of this week, right? I think it's so cool. 1,000% in. Awesome. Would you keep the link up? I will be in the second impact batch. Okay, perfect. You're getting a new card. Fantastic. Yeah, just send me a message, guys, if there's anything like that, and I can definitely make sure the link is there. All signed up. Congratulations, Bianca. That is so super cool. I'm super pumped from you. So, all right, you guys know my super exciting news. This is literally the start of a really big focus for me, and thank you so much, each and every one of you, for actually being on here. You know, the fact that you've even recognized that you're here to make a bigger impact and you've jumped on this training is super freaking cool. I just love that there's a stack of names that I recognize on here, and I'm like, of course, yep, totally, makes so much sense, like all the names that I recognize. And then, of course, all these new names who obviously you're ready to really step into this zone and do this. Awesome. Yeah, Lisa, just send me a message and I can send you the link directly. I'll send it once through on here as well. I think I think most people are fine opening it up and going through with it. So guys, I'm really, really, really excited for everyone who's stepped up. Everyone is playing a bigger game when it comes to your contribution, and together, you know, we're so much more powerful. So regardless of, you know, the level that you guys choose to play out, I just completely appreciate you. I completely love and appreciate you being on the line. And yes, let's go forward and create a massive impact. There's still so many comments coming in. A big step like I did for 14 days, my love, blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. Multiplying global impact. Thank you. Can you send me the link? Okay, cool. Can you guys just give me a yes if you can open the link, okay? Maybe some people on their phone are having trouble with it. An awesome project, absolutely. Okay, cool. No, everyone else has opened it. So what I do, I will definitely post about it, and if you have any trouble with the link, just send me a direct personal message on Facebook and I can get it out to you right away. So guys, go forth, up level your own impact with your own mindset. Make sure that you shift that to actually impacting others, because that's what it's all about. And if you know that you were born for it, if you know that you're the 1%, then now is your time to step up, to claim it, to really show the world, and to go first and create a massive, massive, massive impact together. Okay, so any questions about it, if you need the link personally, just send me a private message right away. I love, appreciate, and adore absolutely every single one of you. So have an absolutely epic day. Thank you so much for being on the line. And of course, remember, you absolutely can have it all. Ciao.